Right, I'm going to try and fit in a game of rapid chess, so this will be 10 minutes each, so up to 20 minutes on. So 2185, good luck, that should be green there. 600 games of rapid, very good, okay. Opponent's gone berserk, that was a noise you heard, so gets 5 minutes instead of 10, but gains a bonus point if wins. So how do we want to play this? Okay, let's go d4. Okay. Just play it traditional Reti style. Okay, goes with b4. It's exactly what I play myself. I'm just debating how I want to play this now. I'm just going to take the pawn and I think go e6. Do I want to go e6 actually? Yeah, I'm just going to go e6. I'm just going to try and develop. He's gone for an attacking setup here. Let's take back, knight up, throw a check in. Okay. Now bishop up could be a slight nuisance move, but then bishop might be getting trapped or boxed. You can hit the rook, but it's not going to really achieve a great deal, I don't think. Again, knight up now could be a nuisance move to hit the pawn. Then bishop up, rook across. I'd expect a move like queen up. I don't see quite what I'm getting, so I'm just going to go for development, I think. Bring the bishop into play, bring this bishop back. Just watch out for the Greek gift, of course, and all this pressure coming. A lot of pressure coming on this file. Now I could come back here with a view to maybe even sacking a pawn, but it feels like I should come here, try and guard the knight, bring the other knight into play. Might be mistaken, I might be wrong, but you've always got to watch out for this Greek gift idea, but I think the other bishop might be the more powerful one. So yeah, I think I've not played this opening too brilliantly. I think white has played this better. So I'm going to push there, but again it weakens this now. It means I can't really push this in the same effective manner. Let's get the knight up and try and bring the rook across. I'd love to trade the bishops off, but I don't see quite how... Oh, that might actually do it. That might trade that dangerous bishop off. Okay, it does. Now, I could actually bring the bishop here instead of the knight, and then if the pawn pushes, I can just trade that bishop. The knight's a little bit stuck if I do that, but the bishop is very dangerous. So here, knight down, takes, pawn takes. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm going to bring the knight across and just develop somewhere. I'd rather have the bishop there, really, but let's try and pressure this pawn. Okay, comes forward. Can I push a pawn here? I'm wondering. I don't quite think so. I'm going to drop back and charge that knight, and then eventually try and go here if I can. Still very dangerous, this bishop, where it is pointing down at my king's position. Again, can I go here now? See, now he's unleashed the bishop, so if the queen comes off, it's a lot easier to defend. If the queen doesn't come off, it's very tricky. So I'm looking at a move like queen up with a view to potentially coming across, potentially coming back. This is a bit of a problem, darn it. I'm going to bring the rook across to deal the immediate threat. If queen across, I might have to go here, but there is a rook sack. Takes, takes, queen takes. That's what's gone for, so I assume I need to play f6 here. Yeah, bishop up. You take. I take, queen takes. It's just too dangerous, isn't it? I've got to play f6, I think. Well, at least now the rook guards the pawn. Queen across is covered at least for one move. Bishop up might become a threat, a counter threat, or bishop here might become a threat. We're just trying to survive and then hopefully end up better in an endgame. But this pawn dangerous, this bishop dangerous. Bishop to d6 seems sensible, threatening a take. We've got this, we've got this. So that's my likely next candidate move, depending on what my opponent does here. I need to slow down and use some time now. Right, queen across, obviously creating a basic threat. So bishop to d6 I think is still my preferred move here. I'm not seeing any reason to change that, so I'm going to do it. Stop the pawn push. Flexibility for the bishop, flexibility for the rooks. Okay. So if I go here, you're going to really have to drop back, I would imagine. But I've got queen across to go there with a trade. Or I can develop the rook. I can bring the rook this way. Actually, what happens if I... Let's chase the queen first, but then maybe come back, waiting for this. Oh, queen's gone that way, so now can I just simply go here then? I'm going to develop first and threaten the pawn, and then with a view to bishop here, and try and trade. So bishop here, trade. The pawn's still dangerous, but feels like it should be okay for me. Actually, I could go with a pawn, but no, that must be wrong. But it is rapid, I don't need a pre-move. Yeah, I'm going with the queen, and I'm going to try and target this pawn, and just try and stop this one, of course. So rook f to e8 is likely my next move. He has pushed forward immediately. Okay. Is rook up a move here? See, this is not far off becoming a queen, but rook up. I don't see how I'm going to crack through. So I'm just going to go defensive for now. I've got the option of this rook either way. Can you still defend this pawn? My king looks reasonably safe now that the bishops have gone and the knights have gone. To be fair, so does white's. Oh, he's gone for a check. Okay. That's got to be right to take. You'll have to go with the rook, I imagine. So now if I come across and target the pawn, just simply target the pawn and try and bring my king up. I feel like I'm better here. Doesn't mean I am, but I feel like I am. If these pawns fall, then I should be better. If they don't, I'm losing. Could be that simple. If you come down, I think I can take, and I think I'm in time to just drop back. If you try and defend, I can go here. If you go here, then start running the king up, but it's not easy. Yeah, he has gone to defend. So do I do this to fix this pawn from running? Here, with a view to king up is my idea. I'm going to do it. I don't want to burn the clock. I want to keep pressure on my opponent's clock. So here creates a very obvious threat. So rook up, across. No, it's not quite right. Let's go on king up. So now you're really going to have to defend, I would assume. But then I can just triple stack and target the pawn. If you push, I can take. Okay, so here, you're probably going to have to push. Take, across. I think I'm better. Do I need a holding move first? Have I got simply rook across? Threaten this, but I guess you just block. I'm just going to pressure the pawn. But now I can spend a move going here. The king's got to move somewhere, but if we trade off, the king's fairly close here actually. Here, 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 here. King down, doesn't look good. I'm going to go g6. I've got to try and run my opponent's clock here. Now, surely I've got to take to weaken this pawn. Now, I could check and check. And just argue that I can stop these, so what do we do? If I throw a check in and you go here, I throw another check in, you come round, I can just push my own pawn forward, but is there a chance to go for a mating net? If I go here first, you can maybe come down. I'm going to throw a check in and see what my opponent does, because you've got to play quickly having gone berserk. Got to play fairly quickly. So that does invite another check, but what about the immediate rook across? Once I've done this, I can't then take here. That's the problem. But if I go rook across and you take, I'm still okay to take back. So I'm going to do it. If you take, I'm still okay to capture the pawn back. So we've done that. It's now isolated still. So now I can come back here and surely just pressure this pawn, but here check, takes is then forced. You can then check. I might be getting into a spot of difficulty there actually. I'm going to go this way and check or double up and just argue that this pawn is going to be stopped somehow. Okay, check, you've got to go back. So now I've got a move like rook up, threatening to come from behind. I'm trying to create counterplay without blundering everything. So here, I encourage white forward. Maybe then rook across. But you can imagine a rook coming down here and that could be fatal. And I don't want to go here and just repeat, so that's not really an option. So I'm going to go for counterplay. I don't have an option just to go there, then I don't see how I stop white repeating. Okay, so has come forward. So I can check, down, trade, king trades, and then I'm actually losing if I do that. Here. I can't just take the pawn. Take, check, the king's close enough. Here, and I concede the file, and this is a problem, isn't it? I take, rook down, check, king down, back. That feels like I'm blowing it. How do we do this? I'm just going to have to come back and go fairly defensive, I think. Okay. Oh, it's the phone again. I'll have to ignore that. Actually, why couldn't I go there in the first place? I don't see how you defend that pawn now. Maybe I could have gone there last move. Yeah, the rook's come down, but now I think I'm safe to collect. Now I can just drop back and guard my pawn. Or I can go forward after these two. So check, I just drop back. Okay, but now I just check first to drive the king somewhere. So you're not too close to my king. Collect this one and then this one. Drive the king away again. And now we should be winning. Okay, but where's the threat though? There's a threat of a repetition, that's the threat. Now I think we collect this pawn and then our king can escape. We can abandon these two. They don't really matter. Should be an easy win now. Might as well guard this pawn, but our king can tuck away now. Obviously we can easily trade there. Let's go here. That's a 1 minute warning, that though. I've got lots of time here. Just step up there. Just Try not to blunder a silly stalemate. Get the rook out the way. That's a really good win, isn't it? Excellent win.